It's a public art project that's been met with controversy at every turn. Last night, Wilmot Council discussed the next steps for the Prime Minister's path, a series of statues of former Prime Ministers that have been besieged with problems for years. Well, now some on Council are calling into question the consultants involved in this decision-making process and the report that they just released. So let's go to CTV's Jeff Pickel now to explain more on this. Jeff, first of all, what do we know about this report?
Well, Tony, Council brought in a third party to take this over, collect feedback from the community, then come back to Council with what they believe is the best path forward. But during the meeting, some on Council appearing skeptical that the report does not match what they're hearing from the community and want an opportunity to look over the raw data for themselves. It's been a constant source of controversy in the community.
My hope within sharing the personal impacts that the first Prime Minister has inflicted on my family is to bring an understanding to community members who do not share our lived experiences.
A collection of statues of Prime Ministers that's brought on tough questions about the legacy of the former leaders.
This is not a yes to statues or no to statues. The idea is the statues can come back, absolutely, if these conditions or if these recommendations are accounted for and met.
After being parked in storage since 2021, Wilmot Council is exploring a new path for the Prime Minister's path. The first step, hiring a third party to take feedback from the community and offer recommendations.
It seemed like folks ended up satisfied, at the very least, maybe not happy with, but satisfied with what came out of the process.
The 6 recommendations include establishing a steering committee, not using township money to operate it, including Indigenous and diverse voices, requiring resources, context and critical reflection, and choosing the proper location. Councillor Lillian Dunstall says she appreciates the work that went into the report, but
I did find that the report seemed to be presented through a lens.
She and Councillor Chris Wilkinson says they are concerned some voices in the community are not being fully heard.
It's not that they felt their voices were silenced. They just perhaps felt that their voices may have been diminished when other people's voices or thought patterns were promoted.
Council has requested to see the raw data that it took the consultants 8 months and $100,000 to compile and analyze.
It's me doing my own homework. This has been such a contentious issue. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. If I'm going to make a decision on this, and this decision will be my legacy.
The facilitators say they did not enter the process with a preset outcome and say navigating the discussion was a challenge.
For every voice, there was an equal and opposite voice, right? And so I think that if you ask, the folks in the working group, at the end of the day, nobody got exactly what they wanted, and also nobody got nothing that they wanted.
A third-party group says they welcome the request for further transparency and are happy to hand over the raw data. Councillors will have just over 2 months to go over the thousands of emails and surveys before this comes back to Council on July 28th. Tony?
Okay, Jeff Pickel with that update. Jeff, thanks so much for that.